Hello. Welcome to the Love and Pain podcast, where the Love Doctor and I talk about love, relationships, everything in between. I'm your resident single lady advisor, Pain, who is an experienced single lady on a quest for balance. And this is the Love Doctor. Take it away, Chuck.
What's happening, y'all? Like she said, I used to be having a lot of fun, but I wasn't completely happy. Life was an adventure for me. Dating a lot of different women, seeing what type of surprise that I might find at the end of the day. But I was unfulfilled. I never brought sand to the beach. I wasted so much time and energy, but I was wasting my time until, I decided that it was just time to find that one person that I can always have a great time, whether we're in town or out of town. And, that's why I'm in Las Vegas, where every day is a vacation. So my life is more fulfilled and I'm enjoying myself and I'm happy.
Ooh, I'm glad you're happy, buddy. And if this is your first time watching us, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and please hit that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all the new content we release. So let's get it. How are you doing today, Chuck?
All right, how you doing?
I'm good, ready to see this BS you call a topic today.
BS
topic, starting game early. How was your weekend? What did you do?
My weekend went fine. I ended up going to Arizona to my stepson's game, and it was a nice little trip. It was raining a lot going there, and you got to understand, like, Arizona's freeways are terrible. They probably them in Detroit probably got the worst freeways. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, Arizona's freeways are terrible, and then they don't have like highways that go directly from like Vegas to anywhere, unless you're going to like LA, Salt Lake City or something like that. But going down south towards Phoenix or whatever, you got to take like back, roads where it might be one lane highway. So, other than that, I mean, like I said, it was snowing and actually raining because it was 5,000 feet above sea level. It was snow and stuff like that. But, coming back, it was a beautiful ride back. You see the sunshine and the mountains. And I mean, it's just a beautiful, if you guys haven't ever traveled through the Southwest is very beautiful. And it's just, I've always just felt like that I belong here, because I was actually born in Texas, but I just felt like, I mean, when I first seen it, it's so much different than the Midwest this was just my home. I love it out in the Southwest.
Oh, wow. That's nice. I don't think I've driven through the Southwest, but I would totally do it. This past weekend, it was my birthday weekend. Yay!
Oh yeah, happy belated. All right. What you do?
Oh my goodness! So I got a hotel, and I just hung out with my friends. We went to have some nice dinners. Hung out with my sister. I'm right now. I'm in the space of I just want to be around my friends and those who really like love me. And I will say, like, they came through. They came through, especially the young girls that are my friends. They came all the way through. So it's just a blessing to have a circle that I have. Very much of a blessing.
Nice, yeah. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Last year in your 30s, huh?
Last year in my 30s. It just keeps getting better and better, baby.
Okay.
What's your news game like? What's going on in the news?
Well, I mean, there was a couple things that actually happened. You had, they found out that Dre is pregnant by the guy, she's like 40, he's 23. A lot of people going crazy online about that because, there's a big age gap. And like I said, before that, older women got more game than younger women, like, and she still kept her body tight and looking young and stuff like that. So, she went and used her tools and she, she got her a young man, and now that's another lottery ticket. So, he'll be paying dividends on that for the next 18 years.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I look at her, I didn't even know she was 39. She keeps her body well, but I think that most women should. I think that's not to go get pregnant by someone young, because that's just weird to me, regardless of if you're male or female. I think that's ick. But I think it's a lesson in the importance of keeping your body up and keeping yourself looking good, because it can be beneficial to you. That's what's up, Pisces in the house. Hi, Slim Goody. They said hello.
What's up,
Hi.
Slim?
Yeah, so that was crazy. In the news, there was I should call it hood news, but so I dabble in true crime too, and there was a fight between a woman. She had 4 kids and she was pregnant with one. Mm-hmm. And there was a guy who had 4 kids, I guess. I don't know how many kids he had, but he was basically bringing his kids over to her house to fight their kids. And then next thing you know, he pulled out a gun and she was killed. Wow. So yeah, just hood rat shit with your hood rat friends. It's a horrible, horrible thing because it's like that's crazy for it to end up there, but I think it's also crazy to just be fighting people for just bull crap. So, right. So that's what's going on in the world of hood news today.
Okay.
So that brings us to today's topic.
Okay. Now, like I said, she wanted down my topic. This is the topic that I wanted to push for this week because this is very important. We have a crisis going on here, especially in America. I call it a mandemic. And, men are not traditional men like they were before. I mean, you find it very few, and I'm seeing like my young guys, and there's a lot of problems going on, and a lot of them are simps. And we're going to define what simps are, okay? A simp is a person that makes oneself subservient to their wants and needs while disregarding their boundaries and dignity. And a lot of times, we grow up in single mom households where the mom is at the head of the household, and we tend to think that we should just we should just try to take good care of our woman and do what she not do what she says, but try to do everything in our power to make her happy. But a lot of times this is not appreciated, and we have a problem with that. And a lot of times, we start off wrong anyway, because with child support and with us having a criminal record, we already start off behind the 8 ball because a lot of times, like I said, that takes away from a financial gain from the family. So it's hard to take care of a household when you already got money being pulled out, or you can't even get a job from the beginning. So financially, a lot of times we already start off with a disadvantage. Now, if a woman has a kid by a guy who's working, then that money is going to come into the household, take care of the child, and it's not going to kill her like it will. Like I said, if he's a deadbeat, then that's something different. But this is, we just start off really in a bad position. And I always tell all my young guys, and I've said this before, do not even have sex with a woman unless this is a person that you could potentially marry. Because if you have a child by a woman that you don't even care about, which I've done, then it's going to be a living hell. The child's going to be confused. It's going to have to pick between the parents. Your money situation is going to be messed up. And it just causes just a bad environment for raising your child. So we already start off wrong. So we have to start off not being in that position financially, because that's what we don't understand. That's an 18-year bill that we got right there off the bat. Now, I love kids. Kids are beautiful and all that, but they cost money. And if we out here being reckless with our penis, then we're going to have bills upon bills. And that's one thing, like I said, that I wish my dad would have pushed more towards, me not having any children. But he always told me the game as far as how to pull women and, how to manipulate women. But the flip side of that is kids. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it responsible. And then and so I started off really bad, which caused me later in life that I had to actually create my own job, because if I working at a regular job, my job was getting my money was getting clipped before I even got the money. So I couldn't have anything on my own. If I never got and established my computer shop, I wouldn't have had no money. I wouldn't have been able to do anything because I had 3 children at the time. And I'm trying to tell you, they was taking like 60% of my check. You see what I'm saying? And then when you spend time with the kids, you gotta the mom ain't gonna give you no money. Like here's like 50 of that $200 you gave me, and here take 50 of this and then take them to cosign. No, you still gotta provide the money for the entertainment and all that separately. So yeah, we already start off bad, and this could lead for someone to be a simp, because like I said, we live in a vacuum, and like us, and people like, I mean, only thing that most black men have is their mother and their girl. And and like I said, if their girl is not, really on their team or understand the plight of a black man, then she'll dog him like, well, where's your money and this and that, and not understanding the situation. So that's why I say, the biggest credit that I get to mom is that when I was about 8 years old, she let me live with my dad. And, it was a totally different household. He was the head of the household there. I seen what it looked like for a man to be head of the household and have a power sharing situation with his woman. And a lot of people don't see that. And this was the format that I used going forward. When I got married, I knew, what my role was and what I was supposed to do, because I seen my dad do it. Now, most of these guys, if you got your mom there and you don't have a guy there, then, the natural thing that you've always seen is that a woman's at the head of the household. And like I said, with that, you might just, delegate power to her because you haven't, ran the bill. She hasn't taught you how to do certain things as a man. And you really you're not competent enough to run the household. And when that situation happens, and when a woman is the leader of the household, then naturally you falling back and you following her lead, which leads to you becoming a simp and you following her. Because like I said before, your presence is very valuable. At least when I had my ups and downs in life, the one thing that I did have is I had my intelligence and I had a plan that I was going to get myself out of the situation. So I was always a leader, regardless of my financial situation. And the journey that I went with all the women that was my girls, they always were better at the end of it than they were at the beginning. So yeah, so at least bring your intelligence and develop a plan and educate yourself if you have to. So you don't have to be subservient to a woman, and you can have your own plan, because in the big picture, you guys should be supporting each other's dreams and plans with each other.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with you there. I agree. And a lot of that comes from like that. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. That comes from a personal view that you've experienced. So I think that would be rude for me to shit on something that you personally experienced. So I don't disagree. I will say that Lionel said in regards to simps, it's because most don't listen to the people with game. They listen to cats that have always been options and not choosers. And that's what makes them simps. But I mean, my dad was raised in an all female home, all woman home. But he did have his dad kind of there. His dad was the same like your dad, was out here with women. Women was the game, a womanizer. So he gave them a lot of the game. He taught them a lot about womanizing. But on the flip side, my dad was able to see the female aspect of it because he grew up around a whole bunch of women. So I think I have to lean into Lionel's part where it's like you got to find the ones who's actually living the life, who's actually doing the things that they do as men. But I don't disagree with your point at all. A lot of men don't have anyone to look up to. So if you don't have someone to look up to, you're gonna remember I used to tell you need to learn about sex, teach your kids sex, because if you don't teach kids about sex, they're gonna learn it from the dudes in the street. That's essentially how a lot of men are learning how to be men, from other men in the street who don't really know how to be men. And then you're growing up being all kinds of crazy. So yeah, I agree. There needs to be a man in the household. There are women who lead the household. And some men don't learn to use that to their advantage in a positive manner. They use it in a negative manner. So I can agree with you with that. I can't argue.
Okay. Well, cool. Let's get deeper then. Let's get deeper. Since you agreeing, let's get deeper. Okay. Look here. Now, like I said, this is very important. Like a lot of, and it's crazy because, like I said, I want to just applaud my mom for letting me go with my dad because I had all my uncles over there. I could learn from their mistakes, even though they might not have been telling me things. I could actually see it, and I could learn from them. Like, no, I'm not going down that path. That's looking crazy. But anyway, so in a relationship, remember this, that normally the way that you start a relationship is how you end a relationship. Okay. Now, every woman is going to try to test your gangster. I don't care how sweet she is. She's going to test your gangster from the beginning to see if your words meet your actions. Okay.
How does she test you? What does that mean?
Okay. I'm going to give you an example. You want me to give you an example? Okay.
Yeah, please.
When I first met, okay, let me see. When I first moved in with my ex-wife, okay. And remember I told you before that to know somebody is either to live with them or to work with them. When we first moved in with each other, she had 3 step. Yeah, there are 3 step sons, that she had, right? So when I first came in there, she's like, they was washing dishes and stuff like that. So she tried to lay some laws on me. She was like, okay. And remember, I moved in with her before we bought our house. So I moved in and she was like, well, stepson 1 has, I'm not gonna say their name. Stepson 1 has Monday to wash dishes. Stepson 2 has Tuesdays. Stepson 3 has Wednesday. So what's your day gonna be to wash dishes? I'm like, no days. Look here. I'm paying bills up in here. These little dudes don't got nothing to do. So they gonna wash these damn dishes and they're gonna cut the grass too. They old enough, they was like 9 or 10. So no, they're gonna take that lazy ass outside and cut this grass. I'm gonna show them, and if they need some guidance, I'll watch them or whatever. But no, they're gonna learn. They're not cutting the grass. They're old enough that where now it's time for them to start being young men. Because like I said, when I was like 8, 9 years old, I worked I remember I used to go to Ohio State games and sell Cokes. You know what I'm saying? I would sell like 20 Cokes in a game, and they would give me 10%. They might give me $2 out of it. You know what I'm saying? If I sold like each one, like, so I would probably make about maybe, $20 at the end of the game, but they give you like 10% of it. But I was working. So I had to establish myself from the beginning that I'm not one of your damn kids. I'm going to be part of this decision-making in this household and the direction that we go. And also when we were looking for houses, she wanted to like, she was used to like, saying some meager accommodations, I would say, some basic stuff. I'm like, no, I need a crib. I need my own, like I gotta have my own space. So I need my basement. I need an enclosed patio because I'm gonna have a jacuzzi in there. I had plans of what I was going to do. But if left it up to her, she tried to go in contract with this real small house. And I'm like, look, I'm not moving into this house. So if you want to pick this house to move in, then you go ahead. If not, you better get out of this contract. You know what I'm saying? So I had to assert myself from the beginning that I wasn't no sucker, man. You wasn't just going to dictate to what we was going to do. So that was a situation that we had to, that I had to deal with, when I first started my marriage. Because like I said, if I were just, and remember, this simp thing it starts with one gesture and then you start going to the left, where, like I said, she would have asked me to wash dishes there. Then it would have been something else. And then pretty soon, I'd have been washing everybody's drawers and everything. You know what I'm saying? And no, that's not going to happen. So yeah.
Did she wash dishes?
Huh?
Did she wash dishes? Did she wash dishes?
Yeah, she washed dishes.
So why is
it I wasn't gonna watch this.
So wait, so she participated in why wasn't like,
hey,
I feel like
she chose to wash dishes. I'm not, listen, if we got 3 able-bodied young men in the house, they're gonna wash these damn dishes. There's no excuse for that. I don't care what she say. If you choose to wash dishes on your own, that's your problem. That's what you establish with them. You know what I'm saying? But no, going forward, no, I'm not going to be washing no damn. I'm not, I'm going to wash these kids' dishes and pay for y'all bills and shit. No, you got me fucked up. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. I had to teach them like little things like raising the toilet seat up when they pee. They used to pee all over the damn toilet seat. I had to get it, I had to come and establish my shit from the beginning. And like I said, I always come in like, I've been in different relationships with people who had kids. So I had to come in and I had to be, I had to show that I cared first. I wasn't just going to come in and start talking stuff, changing stuff or whatever. But I showed that I cared first, that I was genuine and stuff and do things with them and all that. And then you make the corrections later. But coming in, you don't want them to just hate you and stuff like that. Because like I said, being a stepfather and it's been established, being a stepfather, a lot of times, man, stepfathers get a raw deal, man. You spend all this time with these kids. I done took them to Kings Island. I went to Canada and all that. And do either one of them call and check up on me? No. You see what I'm saying? So, we get a raw deal sometime. But like I said, while I was living there, no, she tried to test my gangster, and no, and this is not going to happen.
Okay. It sounded like to me she just was thinking, hey, we a family, we do it together. But I could, I can see it from your point of view. I think if she was like, you wash the dishes, but I'm not going to wash the dishes, then, she wants you to be a simp. But it's not like she just wants you to do a group activity. You guys share your...
No, that's not a group activity. That's a chore.
Before your ways.
Yeah, I said I don't mind washing dishes, but shit, if you got 3 little dudes in the crib, y'all go get off this damn video game, and it's time. You got to put in work to this crib. Plain and simple. Agree. So yeah,
she shouldn't have been washing dishes. She should have been having her kids wash those dishes.
Yeah, she should have. I mean, but like I said, if you choose to do that, then that's on you. But like I said, no, we got a lawnmower. They're gonna cut this grass and they're gonna wash these dishes. That's all they got to do. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, at their age, I was out cutting late neighbors' lawns and I was doing things. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make my own little money. That's just what I tried to do as a kid.
I know. Yeah, this kid.
And we're not gonna have that laziness. This is gonna be what the household is.
Okay. I'm so in par with.
So yeah. Okay. So any questions?
Yes. All right. So what is wrong? So let's say someone is a simp. What is wrong with that for the relationship? If that is healthy for the relationship, if that makes the relationship go smoother, what's wrong with being a simp?
What's wrong with being a simp?
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Stop playing. Are you being serious?
What's wrong with it?
Listen, for one, okay. Let's go over the 10. Let's go over 10. We're gonna go over 10 ideas or statements, and this will classify if you're a simp. Okay.
Okay.
So everybody will just get a full understanding of what a simp is. Okay. For one, and you might not. Most simps are not even in a relationship. They might think they are, but they're not. Okay. The first one is this will let you know if you're a simp. Do you chase anyone who is clearly not interested in you, so you remain in an unsatisfied quasi-friendship with them, even while she pursues other men romantically or sexually? Okay. Now, again, like now, it's been people like that. When I talked to some girl that stayed in, she was from Florida, and she had a guy that was sending her money every 15th and the last day of the month. He would send her $200. And she never had sex with him. Yeah, he was just sending her money. Like he always did everything she said. He was a nice guy. Excuse me?
It says he's still available.
I don't know. Hey, go down to Florida. He might be. But yeah, he was sending her checks twice a month. Just being a sucker because he was so infatuated with her that he just wanted to have some type of connection with her. And that's just crazy, man. People are just like what it is. If you let your lower desires control you, then you'll become a slave to them. If you want to if I want to have sex with you and I keep catering to you and all that, I'll be nice to you and all that. A lot of women, especially black women, y'all know how to manipulate that. And y'all take the money and take the meals, but at the same time, you ain't gonna give him none, because once you do, he might stop giving you favors. So this is your way of manipulating. Okay. So that's one thing. Someone who is not interested in you, but you remain in an unsatisfied quasi-friendship. Okay. The next one, putting yourself last. And this is crazy. And I've seen this a lot of times, man, where men, you get into a relationship and it's all about the woman's needs. So we lose ourselves in the situation. We might have had goals that we wanted to pursue, but we put her stuff first before ours, and we get lost in that. And men and women do this, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, the relationship should be for the benefit of the whole. Both of your goals and understandings or whatever you want to accomplish in life should be, the priority. Both of you guys should be trying to accomplish something. That's why I say it's better, to have a plan. Because if you go in there without a plan, then you basically just following her, her skirt tails or whatever. Okay.
So you feel like, and I, because it sounds like a simp is something that women have always traditionally been simps, but now men are feeling what women have gone through, and now it's like, oh my gosh, the state of relationships are in disarray. That's what it sounds like.
No, you're missing the point. Now remember, now this is all in context for someone who does not match your energy. So if I'm just helping you and everything is about you, but you don't never help me with anything, then that means I'm a simp, because I'm putting your things in front of mine, and I'm not pursuing the goals that I have set forth. So I'm putting your plight in front of mine, and you're not doing anything to help me establish anything in my realm. So, like I said, that's not now when women, you know, you might cook for your man, this and that, or whatever. But if he's there for you, if he's helping you pay bills, then that means you both have, you know, that's not being a simp because the energy is being matched. But if the energy is not matched, then you're simping.
He's helping you pay bills and he lives there. I mean, he would need to pay bills anyway. So I don't know that that's helping me. That's paying your way.
But I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, if you're doing it for someone, that actually is there, you guys are helping each other, then it's not simping. It's an investment more so. Because if you think of yourself as one, then anything you do to help the other is helping yourself. Just like you know, with me and my wife, we got, you know, like if I'm paying for something, it comes out of the big kitty. It ain't just her money or my money, it's our money. So we're taking care of each other. You see what I'm saying? So, but if I'm only helping you out and you hiding your money, but I'm spending all my money, then what is that? That's, you know, that's a one-sided relationship.
Now, I was reading that I thought men don't care about women's money. Is that not true?
What?
Like, you don't care what she makes? I heard this is what I heard. I heard men don't care about women's money. So before we go that far, let's talk about masculine women. So that's the other part of it, right? Masculine women.
Okay. All right. We still got a lot to go on simping, but we can go to masculine women. Let's go. We can come back to it.
What is a masculine woman? What does that constitute to you? What's a masculine woman?
Okay. Like I said before, now a feminine woman is someone who is feminine, who's feminine and nurturing. A masculine woman wants to be assertive and dominant. And with most Black women, like I said, growing up, there's no power sharing situation. So the woman is always in control and she's controlling of everything. That's what a masculine woman is. She wants to be in control. I've never seen so many women say, you know, got boss on their license plates and, you know, they a princess and all this and whatever. Women have a big ego. You guys want to be in control of everything. You don't want a man to be a part of any of your decision making. And that type of thing is a woman. You're super independent, and you know anything to do with a guy being in your life, or as far as you know, controlling anything that's in your life, then you know you have a problem with that, and that's not a feminine trait. That's a masculine trait.
So men are assertive and leaders, is what you're saying, or what was the other? Assertive and controlling? That's
what masculine is. It's being assertive and dominant. That's what masculine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when in history have women not had the luxury of being feminine, by and large, Black women specifically?
You said when they have not?
When in history have Black women had the luxury of being feminine, which is what docile, submissive? What's feminine? Nurturing. I mean, we've always been nurturing. We've always had a raise, so I don't think that's gone anywhere. But when have we had nurturing? Go ahead. We're nurturing
to your children, but you're not nurturing necessarily to your man for the most part. That's not what this day and age is right now. As a man, so we wanted a man. Excuse me.
We were in the past. Like at what
more
point?
So. Absolutely. Wait a minute. If you just look at the family structure, you can just even look at pictures from back in like the 50s and 60s. Where you'll have a basic household. You know, our grandparents, there was a male, female. The relationship was bigger than just themselves. You had children that you raised, and women were more. There were more defined roles then. Nowadays, women aren't taking anything whatsoever. It's all about what their needs are. It don't have nothing to do with the family no more. It's all about what their needs are. So that is a masculine trait because you're super independent and you do not want a man to factor in any of your decisions whatsoever. And and it's crazy because that especially American women, y'all so proud and y'all brag about your independence like it's something to cheer about. And that's it's not.
It should be. You know how it should be something to cheer about. You're talking about a time where women had no ability to govern anything. Why is that? Because we came from a part where we never had any control to do anything. If the man left, we were fucked. If he left, which often they did, which many did, we were screwed. If we had to follow someone who weren't leave. What was your grandmother feminine? Would you say your grandmother was feminine?
Yeah, I would say she was feminine because she was my grandfather was the man in the house, and they both had defined roles. Now, like I told you before, nowadays it's like it's not about family anymore. It's about women. Like you guys want to make as much as you want financially, and like I said, you got y'all making the bag now. So by you making the bag, that comes with control, and that's why I started off in the beginning when I was talking about the simp thing. That if you make your own money and establish yourself, and at least have some type of plan, even if your money is not matching, then you still bring something to the table. So, like I said, we live in a vacuum. So I understand that women have to be masculine to a certain degree because primarily you guys are by yourself. So you have to be masculine to a certain degree because you don't have a man there that can allow you to be feminine. But your nature is not masculinity. Your nature is to be feminine. You know how many times, like I said, and I'm gonna prove this to you. Like I said, and just having a sexual experience with a guy. I've dealt with masculine women, and they're crazy as hell. They want you to choke them. They want you to smack them in the butt. You know what I'm saying? That they're feminine in the bedroom. But if you carry that same attitude outside of the bedroom, then they're gonna cuss you out. But during the sexual experience, then it's a feminine experience for the most part. So that's not your nature to be masculine. So come on now.
Oh my gosh! No, I mean, it's also in people's nature to kill, but we don't just go out here and kill people randomly. We evolve, we change. Women have had to change. They've had to escalate. And then one of the things you say, Love Doctor, is that you went out here and you was running these women in the streets. So you don't look like a guy who only had like 4 or 5 women in your life. You look like a dude who had a cacophony of women, who had a litany of bitches. You've had a lot of women. So now these women run into someone like you, right? And they might have tried to be feminine, but that shit didn't work. It didn't work. So now they have to sit there and be on their masculine and be assertive and not let dudes run over, because dudes will run over on you. They will. And women have had to be assertive and dominant. I mean, especially American Black women, we came from slavery times. My great grandmother wasn't even feminine. There were roles, right? There were roles. So she understood that she took care of the house and she took care of the family. But like, you weren't going to talk to her crazy as a man. You weren't going to put your hands on her. I don't think femininity in the way that some of you Black men are describing it was a big part of women's forefront. And if it did, obviously they tried it and didn't work, because look where we're at now. People hate on feminism, but if I love the life that I live, why would I try to ruin it? Why would I try to go out the way and shit on the life that I live if I'm truly happy? Now, you might say a lot of Black women are crazy, but I don't know if you want to go that route.
No, I'm not gonna go that route. But see, let's get this out the way too. A lot of times, and this is the problem. Just like you stated, you associate femininity as being oppressed. It's not oppressed. It's actually a powerful position. If you can. If you and your man can establish that you guys are going to build each other up, and that you guys have your role in that building up of each other, that there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. But for you to take that and say, oh, well, y'all going to leave us and this and that or whatever, then that's coming from a scared perspective that you don't want to even invest in a relationship. And not only that, if you do invest, you ain't going to put yourself out there because you're afraid of being hurt or the man leaving you. And that's not a way that you go into a relationship, because it's doomed from the beginning. If you think like that, you got to go into it, find your person that's going to be there, and y'all commit 100%. And that may be, you might have to compromise. That's part of being feminine too. We have to compromise as well. But damn, y'all don't want to compromise. it ain't nothing about the guy. It's just about me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've had like people like, you know, and like family members where he was paying child support, right? You know, and well, no, he wasn't paying child support first. They had a kid. They were together. He was giving her money every week. He was coming to pick his kid up. He was taking care of him, doing every week. He was picking him up. But at the end of the day, when they broke up, she still pulled out that damn Trump card and took him to child support just because she could do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's a power move, man. That, you know, you ain't thinking nothing about really how that is going to affect, you know, your kids and things like that. If you have a loving father that's already there for your kids, and now you're going to just take them to court just because you can do it. That's crazy. And now you see they got these laws, like I said, in Kentucky, where they'll make you start. They said this in the news. You can start paying child support as soon as the baby is consumed. They raised this law because they're saying that now an embryo is actually an adult. I mean, is actually a human. So now you got to start paying child support when it's in the womb. Like, I mean, what is this, man? Like they just trying to cut all nuts off, bro. Like seriously. And I'm proud of it, man.
If feminine is not is so powerful, then why do men get so upset when you call them feminine? If it's so powerful, I mean, if it's so powerful, like it shouldn't matter. When you call a guy feminine, when you say, "Oh, he has feminine traits," right? And he loses his shit. But being a feminine is a powerful thing. It's only powerful for women, is what I'm hearing. It's Absolutely. Not powerful for men. Yeah, so that's not power.
Listen to me. It's powerful for a man is not born to be feminine. A man is a masculine man. He has testosterone. He is born to be masculine. Now, like I said, when you talking about you now listen, when you call a man feminine, and like I said, as a black man in this country, we don't have too many things. The one thing that we do have is our manhood. And that must be protected at all times. So when you sit up there and try to poke at a man talking about he's feminine and all that stuff, see, that's another way that you're trying to break him down and to break his manhood down. That's dirty as heck. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's you gonna call a man. You guys don't think it's a powerful play. It's humans are made of half of women, half of men. Half of women, half of men. Men are going to have feminine energy, estrogen energy, whatever you want to call it. It's not half. We do have the X and Y chromosome, and you guys do not have it. You only have the one chromosome. But a guy does have an X and Y chromosome, so he can't produce. That's your DNA, but men have estrogen. Men have estrogen. Estrogen is important for you guys. You guys don't have as much estrogen as women, but why do you think you're born with nipples? What do you need nipples for as a man? You don't. You guys start as a woman, then you later develop into a male. That's science, right? But what I'm saying is men have have a little bit of that is facts. That is absolutely facts.
Listen, I understand the way I understand what you're saying, but the way you're using it is like, so men should be feminine then. Like, no.
I'm not saying men should be feminine. I'm not saying just because you have a little bit. Okay, go ahead.
What I'm trying to convey to you is that when you're in a relationship, there are normally defined roles. Now, when you let's look at gay women, right? There's a such that they have defined roles. There's always a stud, and then there's a femme. So one person is doing the man part, and this is a natural thing. One person should be more masculine than the other person. There's a feminine energy, and then there's a masculine energy. That's just how relationships work.
Not true.
If both people are masculine, then how is that going to work? Who's going to be the one to take charge?
Because they look beyond, hey, these are the roles you have to have. It becomes what is necessary for this relationship to work. There was a guy who called in. He'd been married for like 20, 25 years. He called into this guy who's uber male. And the guy asked him, okay, well, who's the one who washes dishes? And he says, we both do. He said, who's the one who cleans the house? He said, we both do. We do what is necessary for the relationship. So what you're saying is people have roles, and that might be, that might be, but you also can create new roles. That does have something to do with chores. He even asked him who makes the money. She said, we both do. Okay.
Listen to me. Just like in my relationship now, remember, in a relationship, everybody brings their talents to the table, right? So if your talent might be more different than mine. I cook, and that's normally like a role that a woman does. But I'm such a good cook that I cook all the food. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm great at doing cooking. You know what I'm saying? And I do other things around the house like electronics or whatever. But and she does other things. So it just depends on what your talents are. That's what should define what you do actually in a relationship. But I'm talking about feminine and masculine. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm like I said, masculine is not just you saying that, hey, you're going to do what I say and all that. No, that has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying that this is your place as being a man, that you should hold certain standards, when you are in your household. And that what I learned when I was a child by seeing my dad. And as a woman, like I said, I learned how to cook from my stepmother. A lot of things. She gave me the basic foundation of creating my own custom barbecue sauce and things like that. She was a hell of a cook, and I learned from her. You know what I'm saying? But that has nothing to do with masculine or feminine. It's just that that's where your talents lay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just saying that as a man, you should not be in these type of positions to where you're losing yourself in these relationships. And that's where you're missing the point. It's nothing wrong with either one. It's not like one is worse than the other. It's just that I'm a man, you're a woman. So we both have different type of energies and things like that we should go by. That's all. None's worse than the other. Just be who you are. That's all I'm saying.
So do you feel like the woman should lose herself in the relationship?
I didn't say no. Neither one should lose yourself in the relationship. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why we are. It's about the relationship. We all should have goals together, so we should try to help each other attain those goals. And if you so damn selfish to where you ain't trying to help the other person, then that, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't nothing. Like that relationship is one-sided. But as a woman, like I said, we both have roles. I mean, according to you, then shit, the dude should take the dildo in the ass, just like the girl should take the D. That's how you talking. Like, no, we have to find roles.
People are into some freaky things, Chuck. People are into freaky things. I'm just saying. You should come up with. Yeah, you should. But we've evolved past that. You're the woman, and this is what your job is. You're the man, and this is what your job is. We've evolved past that. We've changed, and some people want to retain that, and that's cool. And there's some people who are with that. There's some people who are with it, but I don't necessarily think that if you're feminine that you can't be assertive, and you can't be. Because you need that in the world. You said it's not a feminine trait, right? So if she's a masculine woman, that means she's controlling, assertive.
Yeah. Now, like I told you, as a black man, and women, y'all got to understand black men and how black men move and how we operate. If you sit up there, and what I mean by assertive and things like that, say if I'm talking to you, and this is how I always knew that at the end of the day that the relationship was in jeopardy. When we're having a conversation and you just start talking over me and totally disregarding anything that I'm saying, then that means that the respect level was starting to bump down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that is going to become a problem, because if we don't respect each other, then what do we have? Then that's when, like I told you, this thing comes in, and because, like I said, each other's goals are just as important as the other person. And if you care, if you're doing way more than the other person and they're not reflecting your energy, then you're simping. And I want to give y'all like a prime example of some Hollywood couples that are these are two Hollywood guys that are simps. Okay, I want to show y'all this. And hold on, and we're gonna explain it. Hold on, share screen, window. Okay, so the first one right here, we got Joe Smith and Keisha Chavis. Now, Joe Smith, he used to be an NBA player. He was actually #1 draft pick, I think, in 1995 or 96. Okay, and over the years, like, you know, he had a couple babies, moms, whatever, and then he linked up with her and he married Keisha Chavis. Okay, so you know that money don't last long. So when the money started getting low, she started busting down on OnlyFans, and she didn't even tell him she was busting down on OnlyFans. Right? So one day he came in there and she was having a live video and he went crazy. And, you know, about her being on OnlyFans and why didn't you tell me and this and that. And, you know, and she was like, so this is where I'm making my money. You ain't bringing no money like that no more. So what? And, you know, this dude, like, she just totally just disrespected his manhood. And she didn't factor into any of what he was saying, and she didn't care. So she did her own thing. And now he's still sucking up to her. And like I said, if you don't respect me, then, you know, I have to remove my presence. That's one example.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you another. We're gonna keep going. Okay, we got hold on. The next one we got is, hold on, where is it at? What happened? Okay, here we go. This is a good one. We got Papoose and Remy Ma. Now listen, this dude held Remy Ma down the whole time she was in jail. The whole time. He was a loyal dude for her. And you know what I'm saying? And when he came out, he made it comfortable for her to get back into the rap game. Now, she got back into the game, had a kid and all that. And once you know, she started getting comfortable, you know, she had sex with some lame ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Some little young rapper, you know what I'm saying? And completely disregarded, you know, Papoose, period, and made him look bad. And now there's a rumor that they're still dating. Like he came back to her. Now, if you have any type of dignity, there's no way in hell I would have went back to that situation after she made you look like a damn fool. So those are two examples of people who are simps. And remember, it don't have nothing to do with money. Both of those guys are millionaires, you know, but like I said, somewhere along the line, they lost their way. And it just became more about the woman than them. And again, they lost respect. And then you see what happened. And now, you know, now they looking like a damn fool out here. So those are two examples from go ahead.
The Papoose situation, I agree with you. Like, I was like, I don't know if it's true, but if it's true, Remy, you're fucking up. You shouldn't have done that to him. The first chick, now you said that he's no longer bringing in an income like he used to bring in. He's not making the money anymore. And you said that money don't last, right? So why is he not offended that he's not making more money? Why would he not just go and start making more money so that she don't have to rely? Because what we also felt was that's how he met her. She was doing that before he married her. She was using her body to get money.
Yeah, so I think she was like, I think she was an IG model. You're right.
I feel like she was more than that, but we'll keep it nice and say she was an IG model. So he's not bringing in the money no more. I feel like it was something like why would you marry her in the first place type of situation. But at baseline, IG model. She used her body before, right? We knew that. She used her body. And before I go on, Garfield says, mainly it's the woman that wants more in the relationship. It's now become, what can you do more for the woman today? What can you do more for her? The woman today think they got good box, but they really don't. So I can't, I don't sleep with women, but it's on the women that you go for too. I also believe that a lot of dudes go for a certain type of woman. You want her to be something that she's not. When she doesn't become something that she's not, then it's a problem. Go for the woman who's going to respect what you want to lay down as a relationship. But y'all don't want to do that because she doesn't look the way that she wants to look, that you want her to look. But in the old girl situation, she's the one who's making the money now. She was like, you know what? We're used to living a certain type of lifestyle. We've got these bills we got to pay. Let me go ahead and do what I need to do to make this money. Why couldn't he figure out a way for them to make more money like they did before? Now it's on her. So now she has to act in her masculine. So I don't necessarily see hers as so bad. I do feel though she should have told him, or at least spoke with him, like, look, this is where I'm at in life. All right, this is what I want to go. Millionaire dudes, they don't date women because she's such a good individual. A lot of those millionaire guys, they date women who look a certain type of way. And if she looks a certain type of way, she has to live a certain type of lifestyle. He's not upkeeping it. So she has to go and do what she needs to do to stay up there. You can't expect that woman to take a step back just because you slipping. You should have picked a woman who was a homelier looking, if that's the case.
No, it got nothing to do with home looking. This is the thing with that situation. Again, he already started off. Remember, you start with somebody how you end with somebody. I always say that. Now, he accepted her being a porn star, and she went out there and without telling him, she went out there and exposed herself again. Now, when you're in a relationship, like I told you before, there should be rules that should be established by both parties so that you're not going outside the confines of the relationship and you're not disrespecting the other person. For her to sneak around and do that disrespectfully to him, now he knows what type of woman she was because she was a porn star. So, but she could at least have been honest with him and just told him what was happening. Like, she played him. Come on now. Yeah. And then after he found out, she started disrespecting him, talking about what he wasn't doing in front of the whole world. So yeah, that was just and then he's still with her to this day. So that's like I said, stuff like that. Go ahead.
Was he recording her live when this was going on? Because I saw this. He had her on live, right? Yeah. Or who had?
He had her on live. She was on live, but he recorded the whole situation with his phone.
So he put everything on the internet about what she did to him.
No, she was on live. No, she was on live, and he walked in front of the live, so she kept recording him. That's what happened. It was like she was recording, and he walked in there, so it kept recording him yelling at her and stuff like that. But if you ain't gonna do nothing, you just yelling. Them is just words, man. If you ain't gonna leave, what you yelling for? You should have been like, hey, where that money at? Let's break this bread together. If you was gonna do it like that,
she's fine.
Right,
women
again,
do
he's a simp.
the same thing.
It don't matter if they fuck. See, that's the problem with simping right there. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. I've always had the philosophy, I don't care how fine you are, you get the same treatment as everybody else. You ain't special. Like I said, we both are going to do this together, and I'm not going to give you special treatment just because God has gifted you with a better body or a better face. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to treat you according to the merit system, how we both come up together, and if you're loyal and things like that. It ain't just because you're cute, I'm going to give you the world. You haven't earned that. So that's sucker stuff right there. Ain't no way in hell just because you cute, I'm going to just give you some money. Man, hell no.
I've had it happen, but yeah, you guys just, it's always been like that, guys. I think men with different means, they move differently. But I think in his scenario, because even if it male or female, the ultimate issue, not necessarily only fans issue. I think the ultimate issue is the lack of respect and having that conversation of like, look, you're not doing this. We're about to lose this. Our bills are looking like this. I'm about to go do this. What do you think that you should be doing? There was no conversation. So I think in that point, he should have broke camp, but he didn't, because I don't think he feels like he can get better, or he can do better, or he has enough to give to somebody else, or he's comfortable. But it comes down to that self-esteem. He ain't got it. Because if you feel like you that shit, you're not going to stay in a situation that's not productive for you, that doesn't benefit you. And in my opinion, that position doesn't benefit him. So it leads me to believe that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that we do not see.
Reset your mic.
Oh,
your mic is doing that again. Reset your mic. Okay. And as you're listening, she disconnected. Okay. Until she comes back, I'm going to give you guys another example of, and this is of masculine women, because at this time and age, when you see a lot of these Hollywood stars and things, let me bring her back. Okay, we back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm listening to your masculine women.
Okay, so we're going to present two masculine women situations, and that so we can show y'all this as well. Hold on, let me see something. We're gonna go. The first one we got is, hold on one second. We got Keisha Cole and Nico Hale. Now, Keisha Cole's at least 17, 18 years older than this dude. As you see in this picture, when they started dating, This dude looked like she was R. Kelly in him. Like, look how young this guy is. He was only about like 18 or 19 when they first started dating. And what I've seen with a lot of women, and she had a baby by him and everything. And what I've seen with a lot of superstars, women that consider themselves divas and all that, they don't never get with the muscular, like a big masculine looking dude. They normally get with a diminutive looking guy, a little young looking dude, someone that they can manipulate and they can control. And in this situation, this is what happened. She had a baby by this guy and everything. And I remember they had it on the show where, they tried to hook her up with different guys. They had different guys, guy that was a doctor, this and that. And she didn't want them. She wanted some young guy that she could manipulate. And that's what happened in this situation. And I'm going to speed along because I know time is getting short, but okay. And then, and our last person that is that I consider a masculine female who did this, hold on, is, where's she at? This is Trina and Raymond. Now, if you watch the show on Love and Hip Hop Miami, I mean, this dude is just like, I mean, he's just a little toy boy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got mad. He arguing with her cousin, the gay guy. He beat the gay dude up and stuff like that. And I mean, this, like I said, this is crazy. Trina is supposed to be the baddest. What she called herself, the baddest bitch. Mm-hmm. And you messing with some little. Come on, man. Like I don't understand this. Like, what'd you say?
Guys always mess with young girls. Didn't you tell me that the reason why men go for younger women is because they're not bitter like older women? Is not the same thing for women messing with younger men? They're not. Older men be stuck in their way.
But no, that's not the case. The case is that she considers herself queen, and she wants somebody subservient to her. She don't want no guy to take part in the power sharing situation. Like I said, she's dated other guys that was on her level that had money, like Kenya Martin, different other people, and it didn't work out. So she decided to get a real young dude that she could control and manipulate. This is a masculine behavior. It becomes predatory when you see, like, especially when women start getting older and they start seeking out these young men that that are toy boys. That's a masculine trait. You don't want anybody that can give you wisdom. You want somebody that you can control and you can manipulate. That's a masculine trait.
Like, you're right. Men do that a lot. You guys go for the younger chicks so you can control them.
We're masculine though, right? And we're masculine.
That's not a masculine trait. That's a human trait.
Yeah, like, men,
so it's masculine for men to want to control women?
It's masculine for a man to want to be the head of the family, and he wants someone that that he can teach and he can guide in life. That's just a natural thing, and that's what women don't see. We want, like I said, you guys are not agreeable a lot of times, man. Like, I see that, like, with my mom and everything. Sometimes I gotta let her mom, like, okay, mom, you go ahead and do your thing and call me back when it's messed up so I can fix it for you. This is the type of things that we have to do because you're not agreeable on basic things. Even when we was about to start this show, you were like, I ain't gonna call you the love doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So me joking.
Before we started. You know what I'm saying? That's because, like I said, you did not want to be agreeable with me, and you wanted to flex.
Well, wait a minute. Don't I call you the love doctor? Didn't I call you the love doctor from day one? Stop it. Stop it, Chuck.
You ain't want
Stop it, Chuck.
Oh, you ain't say that. Did you or did you not say that?
I was joking with you. I call you the love doctor. Maybe men aren't agreeable by either. You guys be stuck in dating older men is like the worst sometimes. Sometimes I do think about dating younger men because there's more fun. There's more openness. Y'all don't be open. Someone says blow throw. Y'all don't be open. Y'all be stuck in y'all's ways. Y'all don't want to try nothing new. I can see why older people, I don't want to just say older women. I can see why older people go for younger people. Because older people y'all want to be in bed by 8, 7 o'clock. I mean, I don't necessarily think she wants to be. Wait, do you be in bed by 7 or 8?
No.
Okay, then this is that Lauren said. So he said manipulation and toxicity is a male trait.
Thank you. And that's exactly what she was doing.
No, that's what she's saying about you. You're saying that that when men date younger women, which is a control thing, that's more of a male issue. That men want to be more manipulative and more toxic because that's what women are doing when we date younger men.
Oh, that's toxic. No,
I mean,
no. Like I said, men date younger women because younger women are more feminine and more receptive to, to what he's got going on, to his game plan. When women get older, even like when they're younger now, you guys do not agree on certain things, and you don't want to be supportive in certain situations. Whereas, a younger woman, she'll be like, I'm like, hey, let's go here. Okay, let's go. She's down, you know what I'm saying? She wants to experience new things in life. But as you get older, you guys stop doing that. And that's why guys, date younger women, because it's more pure, and it's, and they're more feminine when they're younger, before they actually, go through all the different trials and tribulations of life and turn hard like that. So
sounds like why women date younger men. Instead of being effeminate, though, they're more liable to listen. They care about their feelings. Men get older, they don't.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, guys, we got to end it here. We appreciate y'all coming through and sitting through this. Hey, I had to vent today because I'm just tired of seeing this. Young men, do not be simps, man. Be strong. You know what I'm saying? Be in control of your own destiny. You got the rest of your life to live. Just have a plan. If you can't get on with certain jobs or whatever, educate yourself. Don't have kids by a woman that you would not marry. Do not interrupt your financial situation. Please. I'm tired of seeing it, man. So, yeah, please. What else you got to say, Champagne?
Fuck these niggas, women. Get all this money you can. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to them. All right? But seriously.
That's the masculine woman coming out.
Absolutely. Masculine indeed. You need that. But ladies, listen. Just be smart. That's all. Be smart, ladies. That's it.
Okay, y'all. Well, thanks for tuning in again. And like I said, we'll be here the same time, same place. And make sure you go and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and tell your friends about it. We need to get our subscribers up. We only like 200 and some change away from getting 1,000 subscribers. So we need that. So please share the word. Yeah, so we can just keep on building this platform. And we appreciate y'all coming, tuning in every week. So thank you very much. We're signing out. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's week.